Hi, it's Panda Movies here. Today, I'm going to explain the movie called 28 Weeks Later. Warning, there are spoilers ahead. Enjoy the video. Don, his wife Alice, and 4 other survivors hide in a fortified home on the outskirts of London during the initial breakout of the rage virus. Alice allows a terrified youngster in after hearing him beating on their door. They realized the infected had followed the boy a few minutes later. Most of the survivors are killed by the infected, while Don, Alice, and the boy are chased upstairs. Don implores Alice to abandon the boy, but she refuses. As the infected break into their chamber through the window, he abandons them. After watching his wife being dragged out of sight by the infected, he narrowly escapes on a boat piloted by Jacob, one of the remaining survivors, who falls in the water and is overcome by the infected. NATO forces take control of Britain after the infected begin to starve to death. An American expedition, led by Brigadier General Stone, arrives 28 weeks after the outbreak to bring in settlers. Don and Alice's children, Tammy and Andy, who were abroad during the epidemic, are among the newcomers. They are admitted to District 1, a U.S. Army-guarded secure zone on the Isle of Dogs. The troops guarding the district include Sergeant Doyle, a Delta Force sniper, and Chief Flynn, a helicopter pilot. Tammy and Andy are reunited with their father, who has taken over as the district's guardian after being discovered by the U.S. Army. In their new flat, Don fabricates a lie about the circumstances surrounding their mother's death. Andy nightmares of forgetting his mother's face that night, so Tammy and Andy escape the safe zone and return to their old home, where they collect family photos and other memorabilia. Andy is surprised to discover Alice alive and apparently uninfected in a semi-conscious, delusional state. Soldiers quickly apprehend the 3 and transport them to District 1. Alice is taken to a quarantine chamber and checked for the rage virus, which she carries asymptomatically. Don pays Alice an unwelcome visit in her isolation cell, begging her forgiveness. He kisses her after she accepts his apology and tells him she loves him, unaware that she is sick. Don transforms, brutally beats her to death, and goes on a rampage, infecting and killing thousands of innocents in the way. General Stone orders the building to be quarantined and District 1 to be placed on Code Red Alert. Civilians are herded into secure rooms while soldiers hunt for infected, but Don breaks into a room full of people and starts a domino effect of rapid infection, despite the precautions. The throng spills out of the safe area and into the streets, with half of its members sick. As the soldiers in District 1 are ordered to shoot indiscriminately, Scarlett, a U.S. Army medical officer, saves Tammy and Andy. Doyle, unable to comply with the order, abandons his station and flees through the Greenwich Foot Tunnel with Scarlett, Tammy, Andy, and several others. Stone orders the firebombing of District 1, but many infected, including Don, manage to flee the area. Scarlett warns Doyle that the children may have the key to a cure due to their genetic makeup and must be protected after leaving with a survivor called Sam, the lone survivor of a sniper attack that murdered the majority of the group. Flynn arrives by helicopter to pick up Doyle, but refuses to take anyone else because they would be shot down if they were transporting infected individuals. Sam, however, attempting to jump into the aircraft, becomes infected and collapses, forcing Flynn to abandon the 4. By radio, Flynn instructs Doyle to leave the civilians and proceed to Wembley Stadium. Doyle defies his orders and takes Andy, Tammy, and Scarlett to Wembley Stadium. They break into an abandoned Volvo Fief 70 to get away from the nerve gas used to kill the infected. But they can't start the car as troops with flamethrowers approach. Doyle gets out of the automobile and sacrifices himself by pushing the car into drive, causing him to be burned alive. Scarlett escapes an Apache gunship and drives Tammy and Andy into the London Underground, where the trio continues on foot. Don ambushes and kills Scarlett, then bites Andy. Don is shot by Tammy before he can kill Andy, who is symptom-free but a confirmed rage virus carrier. They make it to the stadium where they are picked up by a hesitant Flynn, who, as Doyle directed, flies them across the English Channel to France. A French-accented voice begs for rescue from the radio in Flynn's abandoned chopper 28 days later. A group of afflicted people is then seen sprinting through a tunnel that is revealed to be the exit of the Paris Metro Trocadero station, with a view across the Seine to the nearby Eiffel Tower as they emerge into the open, implying that the virus has spread to continental Europe.